Clock that T. Clock that T, y'all. Okay, because that is what we are doing in the community post. Go to my community post tabs. I will be updating it. I will be letting you guys know little messages that Spirit has for you. You are not going to want to miss. It could be predictions, it could be advice, whatever. Let me know how it resonates with you guys. And yeah, don't forget to comment. If I am a reader for you, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It is free. Also, you guys, this is a channel that's going to give you guys all of the details. This is a channel that's going to give you all the accuracy. This is the channel that is going to keep you coming back because something that I predicted came true and you want more. So you do not want to miss it. So make sure you guys turn on that post notification bell. So every time I upload a video, you will be alerted. Now, let's get into today's video. So you guys know like certain things that happen in our life, and we're just like, dang, I really need advice in this moment. Like, I really could use some clarity. And sometimes you already know the answer, but you just want that double confirmation. Well, that is what my video today is meant to give you guys. It's very intentional. So, we're going to tap in, talk to our spirit guides, our spirit team, and we're going to ask them, for those of you guys who are viewing this video, this is meant for you to hear this message when you need it the most. So if you're viewing it today, welcome. All right, so this is what we're going to do. So I have two decks up here. This deck, one of these decks, I pulled all of the characters out of the deck because my spirit guides know how I communicate with them, and I also get a feel with how they communicate with me. That's another thing, you guys. Get to know your spirit guides, because if you don't know how they communicate and how, like, because there's different ways they can communicate with you, then you are going to not understand the messages when they're trying to talk to you. But anyway, with my spirit guides, you guys, they already know. I'm pulling out all of the characters out of the deck. I want to see what your energy is around this time, that the message you need to hear, when you need to hear this message. So if it resonates, then it's just double confirmation. I'm in this season right now, Cartero. Keep it coming, keep the videos coming. And then, of course, we're going to use this deck just to get into the details, pull cards, confirm cards, clarify, all of that good stuff. And then I also want to look at you guys' finances. This is my personal deck that I created to see what's going on with your finances around that time. So you guys can also use that as confirmation on what season you are in your life. So let's get into it. And don't be afraid to leave me a comment. I know my channel's new and I'm just now starting to post videos on this channel, but I want to make sure that you guys are engaging and that you like the type of videos that I'm putting out, and also put some in the comment if there's a question that you have that you would like a video. Let me know, because it will help me give you guys the content that you want to see. Okay, so angels and spirit guides, can you please tap me into my viewers? We're not taking cards right now. Tap me into my viewers and my subscribers. Can you give me a time in their life when they are meant to see this message that will help them the most? Angels and guides, can you tell me what their energy is? Who are they showing up around this time? Who are they showing up as around this time? When it's the message that they need to hear the most, who are they showing up as at that time, Spirit? Tap me in. Ooh, it felt like one was trying to come out, but it went back in. So let's see. That could be relevant at this time. There might be something that you might feel like you want to do, but you might change your mind or you might put it off. Spirit, what is the viewers and the subscribers' energy around this time for the message that they need to hear the most, Spirit? What's their energy? Okay. First off, that's what we're not going to do. Okay. Because why did 3 cards just come out? Why did 3 cards come out? Okay. I can't control the messages, you guys. We're going to take them. They do this to me. They love doing this to me. It's not even funny. So we have the Queen of Pentacles, but this is a story. We have the King of Wands, and we have the Page of Swords. So I love how my spirit guides like to talk in direction, because how I'm looking at something is, what's the energy like around this time? One particular energy is very, very focused on their finances. Okay. It does show up as a feminine energy, but it does not necessarily have to be, because a masculine can show up as the Queen of Pentacles as well. But I strongly feel like it's so funny, because it's like my spirit guides are saying, don't even dig deep in it. Just say what you see. Okay. Someone's focusing on themselves, their own personal growth. There's another person focusing on the person that's focusing on themselves and their own personal growth. Not only is someone focusing on themselves, they're focusing on how to make their life better financially, how to get themselves in a better place. How can they start obtaining things, working towards those goals, whether that's working a 9 to 5, whether that's starting a side business or continuing to grow a business, or someone is just an entrepreneur. Finances. This could even be like making a house a home, but overall stability. Someone's very focused on that independently. Now, there's someone else watching this person, watching how they work, watching how they move, watching them accomplish certain goals, or going on that path of accomplishing those goals. So someone definitely could see like, okay, this is something that someone is taking seriously. This is very important to them. This is someone who's super attracted to this energy that they're observing. But then it's so funny, because then there's this other character here that is focused on the person focusing on someone else. So have you ever been in a situation where, like, you know how they say like, okay, some girl has guys in her phone, be mean to her, because there might be other guys in her phone that's super nice and begging for her attention, but don't be like those guys. Be the one that's mean, because she's used to getting this type of attention. And you know what? It's that, but it's also like when they say, okay, I feel like it's this one more. Okay, you know how they say like, for one person, this person could be sweating someone that the person that they're sweating isn't really giving them that much attention. But then there's somebody that is also like sweating the person. Like it's like this cat and mouse thing. And you know what's funny? Even though Spirit just told me just to say it, I still broke it down the way that I seen it. So there could be like an energy to a situation where it's like, I know what this is, I can recognize it, but actually vocalizing what I'm feeling or admitting it might be a challenge. So, guys, Spirit knows me though. I'm a very detailed reader. So even though they be telling me stuff, I be listening. But sometimes, I just want to make sure that the people that is on the other side of this line, right, between me and you, this is a connection. I want to make sure that you guys understand. So I see someone focusing on themselves, someone focusing on the person that's focusing on themselves, and then someone else on the other side focusing on the person that's focusing on someone else. Okay. So let me put a clarifier on each one of these cards really quick, and then we're going to get into the messages on why this is even coming up in the first place, right? Like, this is going to be around the time. Okay. So someone's just super zoned in, someone's locked in, locked in. Okay, tell me about the Queen of Pentacles, tell me about the King of Wands, and tell me about this Page of Swords. So we got three main characters here. All right, two more shuffles. Okay, so we got this on the Queen of Pentacles, boom. We got this on the King of Wands, boom. And we have this on the Page of Swords. Another person came out. Underlying energy is the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so this does make sense because the underlying energy of a situation is, again, doing this dance, doing this balancing act. Someone could be trying to balance their personal life with their professional life around this time. Someone could be trying to make ends meet. The Two of Pentacles in this particular deck is actually a very positive card because whatever, even if someone is having financial issues, right? Because this is life, we're in America, it's 2026. And for those of you guys who aren't in America, I'm sure it's the same thing, right? This is a worldly issue that we struggle with. Finances, keeping finances, balancing, things are expensive. So the Two of Pentacles in this deck says, listen, whatever financial issues are coming someone's way in a situation, they're able to make it work. They're able to stay afloat. They're able to do this balancing act. So it's funny because the Queen of Pentacles is being clarified by the Ace of Swords. So I'm getting this energy of like, give me the green light. I have the green light. I know, I'm focused. Remember when I said someone's locked in? Someone is locked in. And not only are they locked in, they're not confused about what they need to be doing at this point in time. So say you're a person who might be feeling confused and you are the Queen of Pentacles and Spirit wants you to know your message right now would be, you might feel directionless. You might be confused right now. You might be feeling like you're throwing different options at a wall to see which one works, but you do find your clarity. You do find your path. You do find the answers that you need, and you are building. You're working towards something. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles energy is communicating the things that they desire, the things that they're going to do. They're being very transparent. And they're also realizing, not even realizing, like they just understand that something works, something is clicking, something is giving them confirmation. This is a yes, 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 yes. This could literally be a financial solution to a problem that someone was facing. And that can come out as different ways. You don't have a car, now you have a car. You didn't have a job, now you have a job. You didn't know if a certain business was going to be something that you can actually invest in or worth your time. Now you're getting positive feedback. Now you're getting the green light. Now you're getting people who are writing great reviews about you. Like, this is that energy. The Queen of Pentacles is very resourceful. Okay. Okay, we're back. Okay, we are back. My microphone died. I have two. So we're good. I was saying that the Queen of Pentacles is very resourceful. So with the Queen of Pentacles being resourceful, it's like it's like working with what you can get. That might be important for somebody at that time, like working with what you can get, working with what you have, what you already have, or finding ways to get a job done at minimum cost to you. It's something going on like that, resourcefulness, but also if you are in any type of entrepreneur field where you make profits off of being resourceful, you are looked at as resourceful. Like there's no doubt in people's mind that they're like, where have you been all my life? You are what I need. You bring so much value to a situation. So there's that. Now let's move along. So now we have this King of Wands energy here. That's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. We got Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Pisces, Cancer. We have everything on the board. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm going to have to clarify again on this King of Wands, because when I clarified the King of Wands, I got the Wheel of Fortune. So this is the only major arcana that has came out. And that tells me that something is no longer what it used to be. Something has changed. Something has shifted. And that's the strongest energy in this King of Wands energy. So it's interesting. Let's look at what this is. What is this Wheel of Fortune? What is this Wheel of Fortune? Clarify the Wheel of Fortune, Spirit. Clarify the Wheel of Fortune, Spirit. We have the Eight of Wands. Okay, so random message. Okay, there could have been a situation where two people were not talking. Okay, there could be a season where communication is happening now between two people. So if it wasn't happening, there's a season where it is. Someone could feel different because at one point someone could have been holding back. They might have had desires. They might have wanted to come in and say something, but for whatever reason, they chose to just keep their feelings to themselves. Not anymore. Someone's energy is shifting, someone's energy is changing, and they're like, look, I want to talk. But this could also be saying that you could have went into a situation with a person that you were no longer speaking to at one point, and now all they can think about is how your energy has shifted, and now you guys are in a place where you can have communication. The type of communication that I see being had is it's good communication, meaning like the energy is flowing back and forth between two people. Now, mind you, let's go back to what I originally said. Someone is focusing on their personal goals, striving for financial stability in their own right, while one person behind that person is focusing on that person that's focusing on themselves. And then there's someone else that's focused on this person that's looking at someone else. So that all goes together. Do you see how Spirit is painting? Why am I talking so much with my hands? I don't even know what that beat is off of. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of conversations happening. I also feel like even though someone is having conversations with another person, that does not mean that they're going back into a situation with that person romantically. Because I do see the Queen of Swords here underneath that communication. So there's still this energy of someone's looking at it as, okay, there's some type of boundaries that someone is going to set around the conversation. Not even if it's like, it's not like I won't talk about certain things, but there might be certain behavioral patterns or certain issues that had happened in the past where boundaries had been crossed, disrespect could have taken place, and it's like I still know who I'm dealing with. I still know who I'm talking to. I'm not just, oh, like if this is a lover, you know what I mean? I'm not just going to be like pouring my heart out and like, no, we can have a conversation. All right. So I'm definitely seeing that. Okay. I also feel like this King of Wands feels like this is a big deal. Like certain things, and the way that they're looking at this, they look at it as it's going in their favor. Because again, at one point, someone could have been just completely quiet, no conversation, nothing's happening. Mm, we're literally moving through life and acting like each other does not exist. Um, there's that. Now, I will also say that if the Queen of Pentacles is communicating with the King of Wands, I do feel like they are letting that person know what their focus is on, what is their primary goal. Yeah. Okay. Now we have this Page of Swords. When I clarify the Page of Swords, I get the King of Cups. So someone's trying to figure out what's going on. Something is making someone turn their attention to a situation. I don't know what. Should I be nosy? Should I see what the connection is between the Page of Swords and the King of Wands? Because they're looking exactly at the King of Wands. Let me look. Okay. I heard you. I know. Like, go ahead, Cartero. Just look at it. What is the relationship between the Page of Swords and the King of Wands, Spirit? What is the relationship between the King of Wands and the Page of Swords? Is there a relationship between them? The Moon reverse. You know what's funny? I literally just said that something has caught a person's attention. And the Moon reverse is giving me. Did I show you the card? It's giving me something, maybe someone said something, maybe someone's seen a social media following, maybe like literally I'm giving you an example, like maybe someone's like, oh well, this person hasn't followed this person in a very long time, but they're following each other now. And I know they used to deal with each other back then. Like, this is an example. I'm not saying that's a situation that's happening. I'm just trying to, it looks like there's someone on the outside trying to look into a situation. And it's like, well, that means they must be talking. Why would they just follow each other and like the beef is over? There's something going on like that. And with that moon upright, to me, the moon talks about, in this particular deck, um, strange things happening, right? A connection between two people where things didn't go the way that someone or both had thought it was going to go. Because the moon to me is always, in this particular deck, how did we get here? So think about a situation where you guys were like, how the hell did a connection get here? Like, how did we get to this point? That's the dynamic of how something kind of had been for a while. Now that it's in reverse, I feel like, you know, it's funny. You got the moon reverse, and then we have the Ten of Swords with the everything is fine. And if you guys know this deck, you know, ooh, this is so interesting. Why am I pulling up this energy? Okay, we have the Magician reverse. Can you guys see that? What did I say? The Five of Wands reverse. Look, a situation has cleared the air. Okay, let's connect all the cards, you guys. A situation has cleared the air. I said there was issues, right? How do we get here? Five of Wands is in reverse. But here's the thing. I don't know how someone knows that two people are communicating again, and I don't know if it's a big deal, but to them, this Page of Swords, they're telling themselves in their mind, they're trying to stay optimistic about a situation. I'm going to assume this is a person who's connected to a certain love interest. The Page of Swords interested in the King of Wands, or interested in something that the King of Wands has an opportunity with. So this Page of Swords is telling themselves that even if two people are talking, because they don't have the full details, they feel like they know how somebody is. So no matter what the situation is, it's like someone feels like someone doesn't have the tools that they would need to manifest a situation for the long haul. So that's kind of what someone is doing. They're kind of taking a step back. They're watching the person on their phone. They're observing things, and they're just like, I'm not even going to trip about this. I can't trip about this, because at the end of the day, I know this person has issues. I know that they have certain things about them that makes it very hard for a relationship to happen. So I shouldn't worry about this, stress myself out about this, but I'm still going to, I don't know, there's still this energy pool to want to be connected to the situation. So there's that. Now we have a King of Cups here. Let's clarify the King of Cups, because that was originally clarifying the Page of Swords. Remember, this line right here was trying to figure out what was the connection between the King of Wands and the Page of Swords. Clarify the King of Cups, Spirit. That's Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. We have the Four of Cups reversed. Clarify the Four of Cups reverse. Justice reverse. We have the King of Wands again. Six of Swords reverse. Okay, what? Give me 1 second, you guys. Clarify the Six of Swords reverse. Okay, this is a very clear message. We got the Six of Cups upright, and then again, we got the Two of Pentacles. All right, this is what I'm going to say. Somebody has options in love in a situation, okay? I'm not saying that somebody is exploring multiple options in a situation, but someone definitely has a decision that there's going to come a time where someone needs to pay attention to the choices that they make, okay? Because I do feel like one door opens, someone explores that door. That door closes, someone opens another door. And then they go explore that door. And they see what that door has everything see everything that that door has to offer. But in this situation, and I feel like that's the best way to do a situation, right? The best way is to go in a door, figure out what's in that door. How do you like being in that door? Spend time in that door. Make sure you do your due diligence to see if that door, that path that you went down is for you before you open another door. Because someone could feel like in a particular moment in time that they opened a door, they went down that door, they explored everything that they needed to explore, and then it didn't work out. Something happened, and then someone's like, okay, well, close that door. Now, boom, we're going into another door. And now we're exploring this door. And maybe certain things are happening in this door, but that person that just left this door behind is reminiscing about that door now, the first door, but they're already in the second door. And by the time they realize that, the person who was in that original door with them knows that this person is in the second door and feels some type of way about that. Now, I'm not saying no one's not going to take anyone back, but I'm saying that, like, don't let emotions get the best of you in a situation and make a permanent decision in a temporary emotional state. And I think that's why the Wheel of Fortune is coming out on the King of Wands, because there's a significant change, right? There's a change. Something has shifted. And someone feels like it's going in their favor. But then you have someone over here still in have strong emotions in a situation because they're showing up as a King of Cups. So you're clarifying the Page of Swords. You get the King of Cups. So, I mean, this could very well be someone's in a relationship, someone has an ex, the relationship isn't working, someone goes back to an ex or starts communicating with the ex again, but someone at that time was already communicating with another person, with this ex that's connected to this King of Wands. And it's like, well, I know that the King of Wands could have been involved or dating a certain person, but they're not together anymore. That person already has a relationship. Oh, wait. Well, what's up with that why are they following each other if this person's in a relationship? Or what happened with that relationship? Is that over now? Is that why they're talking again? These are all, like, again, this is just one scenario, you guys. It's just energy, but that's what I'm seeing. This could be best friend situation. But clarifying this King of Cups, you got the King of Cups and you got the Four of Cups. That's the Five of Cups. So there was some letdown, some disappointment, or somebody could have just been too focused on, I feel like the Five of Cups together, like with the King of Cups and the Four of Cups is the Five of Cups. To me, that could be just like a moody energy. Okay, someone could be in just a moody person. Someone could be always focused on, like, if you look at it, okay, how do I say this? So someone could always be focused on, like, the victim mentality, the poor me, or you know how, like, in the Four of Cups, you guys, a person sitting there with their hands crossed and they're just staring at cups and they're just like, I don't want to touch that. I don't want to go over there. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. I don't want to, I don't like this. I hate that color. Like, if somebody has an attitude like that, like if someone has a bad attitude in a situation or tends to always have that type of negative mindset, no one's going to want to be around that type of energy. So I don't know who's doing this. This is also my energy of nitpicking. So that could have been why something changed in a situation. But someone either feels like they were done wrong, or they feel like they're not at peace with how things ended. Now, I would assume because someone is showing up as a King of Cups, someone has a lot of emotion for a situation still. Someone's emotions have settled and they feel like love is still there. But I feel like with the Four of Cups reverse, this could even be like it's two ways. It's either getting over that emotion, like coming out of that negative energy. And then it's like, again, you don't make decisions off of a temporary emotion, like permanent decisions on a temporary emotional state. Or it's, you know what? I'm not even going to sit here and pout about this. I'm not even going to sit here and sulk on this. I'm going to step out of the scene. I'm going to remove myself because I feel like it's not bringing me peace. But it's so interesting because when I looked at Justice Reverse, someone does feel a certain type of way because they feel like someone is making certain decisions and plans and choices. Maybe that it's either one, they went back to an ex or a past person, or they're making certain choices and plans and they're moving a certain way and they're looking forward to the future, and they're still just keeping the ball rolling, but by themselves. And with that Six of Swords reversed with the Six of Cups upright, there's a strong energy here of emotions catching up to where it's drawing someone back. Like they want to go back. They're having a hard time moving on. This could even be mixed emotions. This could be like thinking about all the negatives and having a hard time forgiving a certain situation, a certain conversation, how something is going or went. But at the same time, you can still, like, you still think about it. You still yearn for it. You still think about the sweet things. You know what I mean? So there is definitely a possibility for a situation, for someone to move faster than what they're actually ready for. Like their feet is moving. Their feet is moving. But something, every time I try to leave, something keeps holding me back, telling me I need you in my life. There's that. Okay. So that's what's going around. Oh my gosh. That is what is going on around the time. So that you guys need to hear this message. So let me kind of just get a little bit more clarity on what does spirit advise you to do, even though I gave you my input, which is someone needs to slow down in a situation, because I do see someone trying to go back. or at least, even if it's not physically go back, it's like entertain something. Okay, Spirit. So at the time that this message needs to be heard the most for the viewers and the subscribers, what advice do you have for the viewers and the subscribers at this time? We got the Ace of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles as the underlying energy. What advice? What advice? I'm gonna take the Eight of Pentacles. Did I show you the Eight of Pentacles? The Eight of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Cups. Let me just look at something really quick. Tell me about this Ace of Cups, Spirit. Tell me about this Ace of Cups. Justice. Advice, 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 advice. There's conversations with a love situation, okay, about finances. It's like money could kind of just be money. Okay. If there is a situation going on with financial challenges in a relationship between two people, this is about stepping into that connection, focusing on that connection, because the issue might just be finances. So think about any issue that you have had with a love interest. Think about the problems that you and past people had faced, right? Whatever ex you have in your mind that you could have wanted to spin the block, thought about spinning the block to, what was that dynamic like? What issues were you guys facing? Was it financial? Was it disrespect? Was it infidelity? Was it you guys didn't vibe? Like, what was the issue? What was the real issue? Because there's a connection that's in your life currently or will be in your life where the issue is financial. Because the Four of Pentacles reverse, it's like someone cannot hang on to their money. Certain things could just be coming out, coming out, coming out. You got more going out than in. Now, mind you, this could be why someone is focused on their finances. But I do see a lot of conversations happening around money. But I have the Justice card on top of the Ace of Cups. You're going to know if a connection feels right because it's going to feel like you can build a life into this. Like you are building a life into this. Like, and then again, you guys, I see working hard. Okay. I see discipline. I see someone focusing. I see someone being creative, thinking outside of the box, or just paying attention to being very intentional, no matter what it is. When it comes to your finances, like work, what you do for a living, I see somebody locked in. I keep seeing this locked in energy. Can you guys see that? Okay. I keep seeing this locked in energy. Okay, let's clarify this Eight of Pentacles. It feels like Spirit is saying this is where you get your justice. This is where you can solve problems that you face. This is, and then there's another quote too, not quote, but there's this feeling of like, remember when I said don't make permanent decisions off of temporary emotional states? This is saying, yes, the sun comes out again. Everything will be balanced. You're going to feel better. It's just, it was a bad day. It was a bad moment. It was a bad hour, a challenging hour. That doesn't mean jump from this door to the next door. Okay. With the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Wands. Why the Seven of Wands? Not that it's a bad thing, but let's just see. Why the Seven of Wands? The Star. Hmm. What's at the bottom? Why are these sticks? What is this? Why is these sticks pointing? Because of the Six of Wands? Okay, tell me about the Star. Tell me about the Star. The Two of Swords. You got the Page of Swords. Okay. Put a financial card on this, Spirit, just to bring more clarity, please. Thank you. Short sell. And we have Lost Files as an underlying energy. Okay. Let's talk about it. Okay, so basically, somebody is focusing on their finances. Somebody is working, right? They're picking up creative endeavors. They're applying for jobs. They have a job. They're working diligently. But I do see personal financial goals here. I feel like someone is going to be, whoever this person is that's focusing on their stability, I feel like there are going to be certain things that come up that they're going to have to make time for, but they're also going to have to make sure that they're balancing out what it is that they're doing and life. Okay. Once there are going to be certain things that's going to be pulling this person's attention other places, and they're going to have to say no to sometimes, like, to doing certain things at a certain time. It's like I'm gonna assume this is like needing to be on some type of schedule, needing to have some type of routine, needing to plan ahead. If there's something that's coming up, needing to work around that, like planning their days, because I do see how arguments can kick up, or maybe not seeing certain results as fast as someone would like to see them. And there's this energy of, like, because the Seven of Wands is like someone who's been climbing up a mountain, right? They're overcoming certain obstacles, but they're still being met with opposition to what it is that they're trying to accomplish for that day, for that moment, for that path. Someone could be on a path that requires them to pivot, but not pivot from what their overall goal is. And there might be at times people or a certain person that could be challenged with seeing that same vision, seeing that same end goal. But it doesn't matter, because I do feel like whoever this person is, they are very well locked in, and they are very well committing to a path of going down a certain path when it comes to their personal goals. Because they feel guided. They feel like they're being led down this path. They feel like there is hope on this path. There's peace on this path. Certain things that they may have lost, they'll restore on this path. They feel like this path is going to produce everything that they need. And it's funny because even at times, because this person is human, they're still going to question certain things about the path that they're committing to, but they're going to see it through. And that person, I feel like I'm talking to you. Now we have short sell. So it says you can breathe now. Your lender has or will approve of a short sell. This does not mean you failed. Sometimes life just shifts in ways you didn't plan, and holding on costs more than letting go. You are doing the right thing by choosing to take control of the situation instead of avoiding it. Well done. Now, obviously, not everybody is buying a house or is in a house. The underneath that is lost files. So we have what you knew before can give you an advantage now. A job, a skill, or a work opportunity from your past is resurfacing. This could be a previous role, a side hustle, or a skill you once used to earn money. Either way, it's available for you to pick up again. Trust yourself and your abilities. Okay, so we have short sell and lost files. So I'm going to generalize this to where, for those of you guys out there, there could be a financial challenge that someone is facing around this time. And if you're trying to sell a home, I feel like it's going to sell in a short sell. There's something about it just not being sold at the original price that it was bought, for whatever the reason is. And I feel like someone has picked up some type of side business or side endeavor to try to maybe prevent it from going to a short sell. Or if someone has certain things that they want to establish or they're already responsible for financially, it's like trying to make something happen and picking up extra work to try to mend that gap. And that's why we have the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Do you see this energy that's very focused on the long-term goal, the future, bringing more finances into a situation, bringing more stability into a situation, trying to be resourceful in a situation, even if that means like, if I've lost things, how do I get this back? Some of you guys might be going back to the way that, like, there's some type of trade, something that you've already done before, and you're picking it back up. I know that's not going to be for everybody. We have side work, okay? We have underneath that is every day you delay updating your resume, you are choosing to remain available for low pay. Closing the doors on greater opportunities and allowing your current circumstances to define your future. Grab a Starbucks coffee, use that fuel to finish the task. Your future self needs you. Some of you guys are going to be in a process of knowing you need to get stuff done. Not saying you don't have a job, because clearly Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, someone is working, but maybe the job is just paying the bills and it's not doing anything more. So it's like, I don't want to work for somebody, right? Someone could have the mindset like, I don't want to work for somebody. I don't have a degree, or even if I do, there's high competition. I'm not getting hired. I need to start something that will bring me the wealth and the lifestyle that I need, and I need to invest in this. Or it's, I know I've been at this job, but it's not really cutting it like that. I need to update my resume. Let's see what else I can get. That's what I'm picking up. Yeah. Okay. So the message, we're going on 40 minutes. It's okay to lock in, okay? Lock in. Take care of your responsibilities. attend, be present to where you need to be present. If you're in a relationship, find a balance. If you're a parent, find a balance. Still get stuff done. Don't cut any corners, you guys. If you're putting out work, make sure it's your best work, right? If you need help, make sure you're reaching out. Now, Queen of Pentacles, okay, you guys, being resourceful, but like, I do feel like there is a connection here that I feel like Spirit is saying is worth continuing to go down a path. And I feel like someone might close the door or kind of start looking in another door before they truly gave something a chance. Some of you guys just need to leave the past in the past. Because the past is watching. The past, someone might be done with the past, but the past is not done with them. They're looking, they're watching, they're communicating. Hell, we already seen it. Someone's reaching out, and this could be long distance. There could be a lot of talks and conversations about wanting to change the dynamic of a situation, like a physical relocation, things like that. Okay, that is what I have. I am going to leave that there. Let me know if any of these messages resonated for you guys. Please hit that subscribe button if I am the reader for you. And yeah, you guys, I will see you in another video. Bye.